2 or 3 times a year, it would pop up from the ground beneath them. If they needed fresh rainwater or drinking water, they could go and get it. If they needed clothing, there was animals that they could get that from and plants to make it. Because the sun was abundant, it provided the sun people with abundance. And so sun people developed a psychology that was based on sharing. Sun people developed a psychology based on taking care of other people. Sun people developed a psychology of love and collectivism. Why? They didn't need to steal nothing because the sun would give it back if it ran out. They didn't need to control no resources because the sun would give them more if it exhausted itself. These people lived communally. They didn't have to lock their doors. They didn't have to worry about stealing because they were people under the sun. The most egalitarian human beings you can ever find. They never learned to be scared. They never learned to hate. They never learned to harm people. If they wanted it, they prayed for it. And most of the time they didn't have to pray for it because it was already there. The sun people. They lived in harmony with nature, the sun people. They believed that men should be with women and women should be with men, the sun people. They had no concepts of feminism. They had no concepts of homosexuality. They had no concepts of anything that was anti-nature because the sun people were a nature-based people. But there was another group of people called ice people. They didn't have no damn sun. Truth be told, they didn't have no damn soap either. Sun people lived under the cold. It always was cold. Nothing grew from the trees. Nothing sprouted from the ground. They lived in caves, under rocks, and in the soil that they did have, it never produced anything because it wasn't nutrient rich. So some people developed the psychology of always having to manipulate other people to get what they needed because they did not eat unless they stole it from someone who had. They developed a psychology of trickery because the only thing that they could provide was what they could hoist from others. In fact, ice people had no system of family because they didn't know whether they would live another day or not. And if they got too hungry, they didn't go hunting because there was nothing to hunt. They had to kill and eat each other. Ice people could not live in harmony with nature. Why? Because nature did not provide for them. How do you expect me to respect the sun? The sun never gave to us like it gave to the sun people. How do you expect me to respect the moon? You tell me to reverence the hurricane and the tornado and the thunderstorm. We can't, because the forces of nature never blessed the people of the ice. And so one day, the ice people wandered out of their caves and they came into the land of the sun people. And they walked right up and said, look at this shit here. They got diamonds in the damn water. Kids is climbing up eating coconuts. Elders over there got barbecue, chitlins, honey baked yams. And the ice people got jealous of the sun people. They said, we've been suffering like this 5,000 years, and these people got the audacity to be living like this? Oh, hell no. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to take and steal and kill and manipulate, and we're not going to feel sorry for none of these sun people because they never had it like we had it. And we're going to give them a taste of what the hell we had to go through. In fact, we're going to make their hell 50 times worse than ours. But the sun people didn't understand it because your heart was so good and so pure. When you saw the ice people, they came in smelling like dog mess. You gave them some black soap and took him to the river to wash his ass. And when he was done washing at the river, you brought him some shea butter. And you know how y'all love love shea butter. Yeah, strawberry shea butter, pineapple shea butter, rum raisin shea butter. You gave them a haircut. You taught the women how to take care of themselves when they monthly came. You treated them like family. And guess what? The better you treated them, the more jealous they became of you. In fact, they began to have a contempt of the Sun people. Because after all, people without anything hate to feel indebted to somebody who can give them something. So the more you helped, the more they strategized to hurt. And they took over the land of the Sun. And they still taking over the land of the Sun. And the ancestors sent me here today to tell you Sun people in here, stop acting like you come from the goddamn ice. You Sun people, we got a certain way of living, a certain way of acting, a certain way of feeling, a certain way of praying, and a certain way of mating. And we don't let nobody come and tell us how to operate our communities. And the ancestors told Dr. Umar to tell you that if you're not careful, and they sent me to South Africa last month to tell the brothers and sisters in South Africa, if you're not careful, these Sun people, these ice people, will take so much of your land that you will have to move to the ice. Brothers and sisters, I know we've been raised not to hate. And I want you to continue not to hate. But please don't confuse not hate with not accepting the reality that there are people who exist who are nothing like you, want nothing to do with you, and will kill their own children to get rid of you.